All right. Shalom, family. It's good to see you all here. Shalom. Boy, it seems like no matter what is going on in the world, if you notice, we're always made the center of everything, everything. And even when we are nowhere near these people, we're still on their minds. We're still all they think about. And if we point this out, of course, they always come and deny it. And we're nothing, we're nobody. You're just a bunch of N words. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we're a bunch of N words that you can't get off of your mind. That says a lot. And that's how it's been, when you really think about it, not just in this nation, but worldwide. We're on everybody's mind, no matter where they're located in the world. And in many cases, we're not even in those areas, but they are thinking about us, criticizing us, coming online, making videos, attacking us. They just can't get us out of their mind. Now, when you go throughout history and look at the way we're treated, and it's not the words that you should, yeah, you pay attention to the words, but look at the action. Their actions pretty much give it away every single time. I don't care if you keep saying you hate N words, but when you get so enraged and you are coming after us even when nothing has happened to you, that rage means a lot. It really does. And your actions have been telling me We're way more than what you were telling us. You wanted us to believe, oh, you're just a bunch of nobodies. You're nothing but a slave. Even you don't believe that. You know how I know you don't believe that? Because of how hard you try to come back at us. You ever notice, y'all, anytime we have some kind of proof about who we are, you notice how they used to, that ain't you. That ain't you. Well, those Olmec heads, they look, they got a lot of our ain't you. Look, those natives, look how melanated those natives are. Those native features, like, no, that ain't you. That ain't you. You ever notice that? I have. And the hostility tells me you ain't going to convince me we were nothing but slaves. Your hostility gives it away every single time. Or if we'll look at a picture and say, wow, look at that ancient picture. They got fringes on. You see the fringes? That ain't you. That ain't you. But and also notice the notable thing, y'all. They never give us proof on why it's not us. They'll just tell you it's not us. See, I'm white and I say so don't work in this instance, and it never will. Okay. When we watch your reaction, we know you're full of crap. Now, the first time in my life I heard y'all were nothing but slaves, I was in elementary school. And let me tell every white man, woman, and child worldwide, we didn't believe you when you said that eons ago, and we don't believe you now. You are never going to convince the original human beings of the earth that we haven't done anything on the planet but be a slave. If you think we are listening to that, you got another thought coming. You got a better chance of raising your mama from the grave than convincing us of that. Okay, you never will convince us that that is the case. And how is the last people to show up on the scenes is everything on the planet? That doesn't even make any common sense. You're the last to show up, but you're the Egyptians. You're the last of the Mohicans. You're the natives. That doesn't even make any sense. And now they're trying to convince us that they were the villains, but they're also the victim. I mean, y'all, please stop playing these little silly games with us because you're not convincing anybody. Okay. And it's hard to believe. Yeah, there may be some listening to you, but all are not listening to you. I have never, when I heard that for the first time in my life, I kind of chuckled to myself and I knew instantly you were lying. And your reaction that I have observed all throughout my life tells me we are a much greater people than you're letting on. You don't worry about a nobody. You're not concerned about a nobody, but y'all are awfully concerned about the people that you have labeled as nothing. Three-fifths of a human being. You've given us all these labels, but you will spend a lifetime thinking about us all day long. You'll make up lies about us. You'll mass incarcerate our people. You have done everything to keep us separated and apart. Now you just use your mass incarceration, take our women children away. Your women could be in the back of a hoopty strung out on drugs, and she can still walk in a courtroom and get her kids back. But a black woman for way less can get her kids taken away, and she may never get them back. Y'all have played all these games in society, but you're not fooling us. Those of us that see, that's what it is, y'all. When you see them saying the things that I'm about to show you, you got to understand they are literally watching us rise, and it's freaking them the hell out. They are not doing anything now but trying to do anything to curb the awakening. They don't want this awakening to happen, and they are willing to do anything to shut it down. So when they have these secret meetings talking about us, that's what they're doing. They're brainstorming on how to shut this awakening down. Well, I'm here to tell you it can't be done. It can't be done at all. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. And I'm going to show you this person because she was the one that said, the Black youth is the biggest threat to Israel. Now, how the hell can the Black youth be the biggest threat? How? Well, this is how. We can be the biggest threat if you know who the hell we are. And ladies and gentlemen, no matter how much of a protest they put up about us, when we figure out who we are, they can't escape it. They can't escape it. Denial will not allow them to escape it. I mean, come on. Do we sit around? Think about it. They obsess over us. Do we sit around and have meetings about them? Oh, what are they doing over there in Israel? Oh, what they're doing over there is a threat to us. Oh, do we do that? Hell no. And you can rest assured we never will. Okay, I see someone gave me a super sticker. Ancient, no, why don't we? Thank you so much for the super sticker. It's deeply appreciated. We don't have meetings about these people. We don't obsess about them, and we don't care about what they do. But they seem to worry all day and all night about us. They will come in comment sections. I'll never forget when I started my podcast, there was a YouTuber that had a whole live stream about me starting my podcast. Oh, he was just, oh my goodness. So I had a podcast about him. And I said, you know what? Y'all would follow us to the gates of hell if that's where we were. If we all up and left and say, we're going to the gates of hell, these mofos would be right on our tails. They would show up at the gates of hell with us because that's how obsessed they are. So, anyway, this is your culprit that said that we are a threat. The youth is a threat. Yeah, you know why? Because the youth knows you're full of crap. When you tell the youth, you're white, these young people don't care nothing about you being white, and they know you're full of crap with all that you're better because you got recessive skin. These kids know you're full of crap. They're not falling for that. That's why they look at you like you got three heads. They know what you're telling them. You're full of crap. And they done been around you enough to know there is nothing special about any of you. They already know. They're watching. They know there is nothing extraordinary about you. So let's get into the video of what she said. Okay. Share the screen. Okay, please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Give me a 1 if you can see the screen. Okay. Thank you, thank you.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
You heard what she said. Let me play it again.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
Okay.
The major
All right. Let me stop it right there. All right. So this is a meeting they had back in 2018, y'all. This is what was said back in 2018. Now, think about all the stuff that these folks are going through with not just the war, but the war, I think the reason why you're not grabbing all of us into the war thing is because y'all been going at it for several decades now. Let's face it, October 7th is not the day a war began. That war began the moment y'all stepped in that land and took it over, what, 1948? That's when that war began, and it's been ongoing ever since. So it just kind of escalated on October 7th, but by no means is this the beginning of the war. This woman is full of crap. Now, what have the young Black youth done to any Israeli? What have they done specifically? All right. Look, y'all got you claim you're dealing with terrorism, Hamas. So Hamas is not the big threat. She said the biggest problem is the Black youth. Let's be real. Y'all know who we are. The entire planet knows who we are. You know, we are the people that is spoken about in the word. We are the original people of the earth. And if we are the original people of the earth, we are the true, authentic gatekeepers of the earth. Okay? The earth don't belong to the Johnny come latelys. The earth belongs to the original people that were here and made this earth what it is today. Anywhere we show up, things are going to happen, and they always do. America would be dead if we were not here. It would be dry. It would have no flavor if we weren't in the land. If anything is trending, it's because we have a lot to do with that. If anything is becomes a fashion statement, that comes from us. Foods that people love to eat, us. Okay? We are the ones that get things popping. We always have been and we always will be. The rich boy 903, thank you so much for the super chat. You just keep getting gooder and gooder. Thank you so much. Now, she's not the only Caucasian Israeli that is, that have us on her brain. Now, this woman I never even heard of until I saw this video. So she was at one time a general consulate for Israel here in the United States. She, ladies and gentlemen, I never heard of her until I saw this video and saw they had this little secret meeting, and this is how she was talking. Now I'm going to play it one more time. I'm going to play this one more time.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the Black community.
Now, I want y'all to notice
The
how
major problem
nobody
of
on that
Israel
stage with her
is with
react.
the young generation of the Black community.
You notice how nobody on the stage even reacted to what she said? That's how you know this sort of thing is said among these people all the time. They didn't even flinch. They didn't even say, "No, we got bigger and much wider burdens that we must concentrate." They sat there stone face. And whenever you see that, That's because they have spoken like this around each other before. That's why there's no reaction from the other people that are sitting on that panel with her. This is like normal, everyday conversation for them. Mhm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's another Caucasian Israeli that I want to show you. And I'm not going to play his videos because some of you probably have already heard the videos, but I'm just going to show the screenshots of how obsessed this person is with trying to drag the Black community into their issues over there in Israel, Palestine, and Hamas. Now, I'm sure you've seen this person. He can't seem to keep us out of his mouth. You hear me? It's like every video he's got to bring up the Black community, the Black this, the N word. How would you like this? How would you like that? One thing I can honestly say, from 1948 until this very moment, we have not jumped off anything in Israel. We haven't jumped off anything in Palestine. We haven't done nothing to the people over there, and let alone over here. We ain't even doing nothing to your ass over here. So I don't know how. I mean, I don't give a damn that this man is married to a Black woman. I don't give a damn. He, it's like every video, he is all over us to support what he's saying. But the thing is, when he address us in the video, it's very disparaging. It's very condescending. It's very insulting. Okay. And you're not going to win anybody over like that. You're not. So this is just one. Let me show you more. No, the obsession is him. It's definitely not us. It's him. Here he goes on Twitter. The obsession he got for us is real. It's real. And he had the nerve to do a video saying that we wish we were them. You can rest assured, Michael Rappaport, I hope you get my video, because one thing I do want you to know, I ain't never woke up a day in my life wishing to be you or anyone like you. Okay. I have never woken up one day wishing to be you, and I never will. I mean, just look at the titles of these posts that he got up. No, I think that's something that y'all teach each other. Oh, they wish they could be us. No, I really truly don't. No, I really truly do not wish to be you at all. Thank you, Coach Roebuck, for the super sticker. Thank you very much. That is something that they are taught, because I've heard this from white people. I've heard this from Jews. I've heard this even from Africans. Oh, you wish you can be African. I don't know why we have to be wishing to be anyone other than ourselves. I don't get it, but I guess if that makes you feel good about yourself, then you have at it. But just know you're going to hear it directly from me. I don't wish to be an African. I do not wish to be Jewish. I do not wish to be Caucasian. I don't wish for any of those things. So whoever taught you those things, they did you a big disservice by telling you that. We are not walking around on this earth wishing to be any of you. And I hope I made that clear. See, you wouldn't have to obsess over us if you weren't out here living a damn lie. That is your problem. You have decided to live a lie. And because you're living that lie, you got to figure out a way to keep the lie going because you see us rising up. You see a lot of people putting videos up now, and they're not all melanated people. There's other people saying, you know who they are. You know, the black people are the real, true Hebrews of the Bible. They're the real. You know how many videos I have seen online regarding this? Different people, not just us, but people of other nationalities putting these videos up. And there's a lot of them on TikTok where Michael Rappaport is putting these videos up. There's a lot over there, a lot. Okay, a lot. And they hate seeing this. And see, what really got it kicked off, y'all, was last year when all that stuff went down with Kyrie Irving posting that link to Ronald Dalton Jr.'s documentary. Man, it was like going like wildfire online. Wait a minute, wait a minute. What I'm hearing actually makes sense. It would make sense that the black people are the Hebrews. I'm going to start researching and looking into this. I was looking at white women, white men, Asians, all kinds of people putting videos up saying, wait a minute, that actually makes sense that they would be the Hebrew. And that's where it got kicked off. Then it got kicked up again when this war began. Soon as the war began, and you noticed them coming online trying to get us online, to get in line with them, it started kicking up again. Black people are the biblical Hebrews. Black people, you look at the videos, they're all over social media. I saw some on Instagram. I saw them over here on YouTube. I saw lots of them over on TikTok. They're cropping up everywhere. And it just goes to show you how many people have known for a very, very long time. This woman is not sitting on a panel saying the Black youth is a threat. She's saying that because she knows who we are. Let's be real. It comes down to that because there is zero explanation on why the Black youth would be a threat to this senior citizen Israeli woman who I'm sure wake up every day and probably barely have any contact with any Black youth. I'm willing to bet she barely has any contact with any. But we're the threat. We're the Black youth is the threat. Good. The way I see it, you're just revealing it even more. Mhm. Wow. But it's amazing how we're a bunch of nobodies, but you're sitting somewhere having a meeting about us. You're having a meeting about a bunch of nobodies. Even your stupid ass know that ain't true. So y'all, that's all I got to say on this subject. So I thank you deeply for being here, and we'll definitely do this again. I might actually do a whole segment on Michael Rappaport and the things that he has been saying over the last few weeks. The problem with Michael Rappaport, he's just a loud mouth, unruly. I ain't gonna say the cuss word, but that's what he is. MFer. And the problem with him, the way he comes across in this video, I don't blame anybody for not siding with this man. Number 1, he don't know how to talk and address people, all right? His videos are all the same, condescending, talking down on people, acting like nobody else's opinion matters but him. You know, the typical "I'm white and I say so." That's how he comes off in every single video that he does, especially the ones that he does addressing us. If you want someone on your side, Michael Rappaport is showing you exactly what not to do. Okay. He is the poster child for what not to do. So, everybody, yeah, well, he was never no big performer in my point of, I was not one of those people out there watching the movies and shows and anything he was in. He did not draw my attention like that. And the bottom line is he is drawing attention, but for the most part, negative attention. I see out here, especially when I go on TikTok, there's a lot of people not feeling this man at all. And I know I'm certainly not and never will. So, y'all, thank you so much for taking your time to be here. I really appreciate it. And if I do decide to do something on him, I will post it. I'll do a live stream on him and maybe show some of the clips of the things that he has said. Please enjoy the rest of your day. And those of you that come to Bible study, I will see you then at 3:45. Shalom, family.